Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm Suzanne, and I'm here today to do animal communication psychic readings for you. This is a brand new time for me. We should have been on last week, but we had some technical difficulties, so I apologize for that. But from today on, we'll be here on the Thursday at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So here we are. A brand new show at this time. So anyone who would like to send me a message, ask a question about animals. General readings are done on a different show at a different time. So my show is all about animal communication and doing readings on your beautiful sacred animals, whether they are alive or whether they have passed. So while I wait for the beautiful viewers and listeners to log in and start asking questions, for the recording, I will do a general reading for our animals for the coming week. So as I always do, we'll do the reading for the week from Messages from Your Animals Oracle deck by my good friend Dagmar. These are such wonderful cards, and they tend to really hone in on whatever is needed the most. And it can repeat, as we've seen as we do readings within the show. They can come up a couple of times in a row, even though I do plenty of shuffling, plenty of cutting the cards. If there is something that absolutely has to be said by spirit, now I'll cut them and I will shuffle again. If there's something spirit really wants us to know about our animals, it may repeat. Hi, Liam. Thank you for joining us once again, one of our long-term viewers. We really appreciate those of you who check in each week. And well done for finding us with a new day and time. So, Liam, we're just drawing a card for all the animals from our Messages from Your Animals deck. Shuffled it a few times already, so I will cut and see what Spirit has to say for all the animals for this coming week. Okay, so this is one that we haven't had recently. It's take the first step to solve a situation. Take the first step towards them, meaning your animals, and show love and compassion. So this is for all our animals across the board. So all you animal lovers and owners out there, Spirit is asking you to take the first step and to solve a situation by taking the first step towards your animals and show love and compassion. Love and compassion always for our animals. So thank you for Ashley. Ashley has connected with us today and is asking a question, connecting with Cat Soot, who passed. Certainly we can do that. And again, we'll use the Oracle cards because these are so good for animals, past and present, to be able to reach out and give us a message. So let's see what Soot has to say today. And I'm getting that Soot was a very loving cat, perhaps not a very big cat. I'm going by the name Soot, that it was a dark colour, so but I also seem to get a dark colour as we connect with beautiful Soot. Let's see what Soot has to say today. And maybe a little bit timid, but using the cards is a great way for these cats who aren't really in your face, as some of them are. They have a big personality. But those that don't have a big personality, using the cards is a great way for them to be able to connect with us. So we've shuffled and cut. Wait till you see this card. The card is expectations And reviewing your expectations will help you better understand your animal's behavior. So if you are asking what Soot would like you to know, have a look at this. It's actually a card with the beautiful cat on it. So I'm wondering what your expectations were today, Ashley, about wanting to connect with Soot. So maybe that's the question that Soot is asking you. And if there's anything you would like to share about expectations, about what you would like to get from the message from Soot about, we can draw another card, because there, Soot has said, I'm here, I'm the cat, and they would like to know what sort of thing you would like to ask. So, yes, so that's right. Ashley, if you'd like to, oh, isn't that gorgeous? I'll just share Ashley's message. That's what he looked like. Isn't that amazing? So if you have a specific question, an expectation of what you would like Soot to tell you today, just put that in the chat as well, and we'll draw another card and see if we can get a more particular answer to your question. So very, very clever, these animals, even if they are past. So I'll just keep shuffling, and Ashley, if you want to put in the chat what expectations you had today for connecting with beautiful Soot, and then he can give you an answer, because he was wondering what you would like to ask today. And just while I'm waiting, I'll go through the other things in the chat. We have some wonderful previous viewers coming in with updates on what we have spoken about in other shows. Anna Iva, is it? I'll answer your question about the shows. So for the animal communication shows, it's always going to be the Thursdays now at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So if you're after answers for life questions that aren't about animals, then check the schedule on the Global Psychics Association website about when the lives will be for general questions for things like career, love, connecting with past loved ones, human loved ones, because otherwise we do the animal communication at this time on a Thursday now. So Ashley has said he's always around you. Yep. He's just wondering if you do have a specific question and what are your expectations for your reading today from him, because he's there. Obviously, he chose the perfect card for that first draw. So if you have a specific question for him, as I shuffle the cards, we can draw a second card for him to answer your specific question today. And I will answer you beautiful people who are coming back and giving me answers from previous shows after we've seen if Ashley wants us to ask a specific question of okay, so this is what Ashley is asking about my study. All right, let me see. I've shuffled and shuffled. I will cut the cards and see if there's a message about your study from beautiful Soot. Oh. Now, you saw me how many times I shuffled the deck and then I cut it again. Exactly the same card. So perhaps, what are your expectations about your study? Maybe that's what he is asking you. You had already thought, I would like a message from Soot about my study, but didn't put it in the chat, so I wasn't aware. But he knew, because he has sent you exactly the same card after all that shuffling and cutting. So, so I'll remind you of the message. Reviewing your expectations will help you better understand your animal's behavior, but perhaps it will also allow you to understand what you are expecting of yourself with your study. So I'm hoping that makes sense to you, Ashley. And there you go. Spirit, through your beautiful departed animal, has given you the same message twice within about 5 minutes. Absolutely my pleasure, Ashley. So I hope that does make sense to you today. Just put that up. And absolutely, you know that Soot is around you all the time, and this is his message to you. What are your expectations about the study? Maybe review what you are really expecting from doing this course of study that you're doing, but also after you have finished, what are the expectations of where this study will take you? So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that does help you. And blessings to beautiful Soot for coming through to you today. So let me go back through the questions which are now coming in, which I thank you so much for those of you who have come in to reconnect today. So Nusha, yep, she has been here before, and we spoke about pets that potentially she could get. So her message today is thank you for the video. My pleasure, and thank you for checking in last time. Husband agrees to get a bird first, and now we're thinking getting a pair of parrots and thinking about their names. Make sure if you're getting a pair of parrots that you only get the small type of parrot to start with, unless you have the ability to have a really large aviary, because any bird needs to be able to spread its wings and fly within the cage. So don't have them chained to a stand, which I've seen some people do, because that's no life for a beautiful bird. So get a smaller type of parrot. Make sure the aviary is big enough for 2 birds, if that's what you're intending, to be able to fly and spread their wings. Even if it's an outdoor aviary, as long as you have inside that aviary somewhere they can go and get out of any weather, make sure it has a roof, that they're not going to be in direct sun, and that they have a little nesting box that's big enough for the 2 of them to get in, to get out of the weather, and just for some privacy. So, and if it's an indoor aviary, again, it must be big enough to have 2 birds able to spread their wings and fly. So that's my suggestion, but we'll see if anything comes through about names from the cards. Again, I've been shuffling while I've been speaking. I'll cut them now. Okay, so we have the card that is connecting. Being rather than doing will deepen the connection with your animal. So I'm thinking maybe that Spirit is asking you to go through names and reach out to these birds and see what the reply is. Connect with them and see what sort of name they would like. Give them some suggestions of names you like and connect with them and see the message that comes back. So write down a list of names that you like, then connect with each of the birds individually and see the message that comes back. See which name they prefer, because they may already have a name, and if you intuitively write this list, perhaps that name is already on there and they can let you know. So that's my suggestion, Nusha, but it's wonderful now that you have made that decision and you're moving forward, and wonderful that you and your husband are agreeing on the pet, because it's very important that one of a partnership of humans doesn't just take the lead and make the decision on their own. But that's wonderful. If you do that, please let us know in an upcoming show. tell us the birds that you get and connect with them and let us know the names that you, between you and the birds, have decided on. So let me have a look. There's so much coming through. This is wonderful. And another message from Nusha that's come in while I've been speaking. And that is wonderful. So I send you so many thanks, not only from me, but from the birds that you will be having as pets. And yep. And Nusha will do that intuitively, write a list of names, 2 different lists, one for each of the birds, and then connect with them and find out what they would like to be called. So thank you so much, Nusha. It's been a pleasure catching up with you again. And best of luck with finding the perfect pair of birds for you and your husband. Oh, this is so exciting. New day and time, and I've got so many of these messages coming through. And Liam has checked in again. What have you been saying, Liam? I know it's okay. So Liam has been asking for a few shows what type of reptile he should be getting. And we thought about a snake, but you can't have a boa as a pet in New South Wales. Well, that's great that you did go and check with that expert that you were going to. So any suggestions? Well, we've spoken about lizards before, and you can get all types and sizes of lizards, and perhaps check with that reptile expert again to see what type of lizard would be suitable. Because if you get a smaller one, then the aquarium you put them in won't need to be as large. And potentially there are some types of lizards that don't need licenses. So the big ones I'm sure would, but if you get a smaller one, perhaps through this reptile expert or even through a pet shop that has reptiles, then go and check out what you can have as a pet. All types of reptiles are amazing, and lizards tend to have really good personalities. So I would go and again either check with the expert or go to a pet shop that specializes in selling reptiles, but not only selling, but looking after them as well, to give you the correct information about the type that you would be interested in having. So that's my suggestion for this week, Liam, and please come back and let us know the results of your search. Check with the expert or go to a specialist pet shop and see what that would be, because lizards, there are so many types of lizards. So thank you, Liam. Liam says that he will do that and give us the update. I'd love to connect with you again in an upcoming show when you can just let us know what's been happening. And hopefully, oh yes, and this is so true that Liam's taking his time and making sure he heart connects with that new animal that will be the perfect connection and perfect pet for you. Absolutely. Thank you so much for checking in today. And thank you for all the replies today that you have had and put in the chat while we've been speaking. So who else is a wonderful guest here today? Maybe have a look on YouTube, because we do have the lives there on YouTube. They should have the times and the days of the previous ones. I know we used to have our general readings on a Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So perhaps have a look back through this week's lives that are on YouTube and see if that is the time, because that's when it's been in the past. So please check that. And I hope that our techie people may put the list of lives on the website, so it will be easier for people to be able to check when these things are on. But go to YouTube and see if that makes sense. So who else have we got here for readings today? So we do have someone who has asked a question. Can you put in the chat what your actual name is, please? But we'll just have a look at what you've posted. My baby dog Max is not listening well for the last couple of days. And he's behaving like he don't love me anymore. Well, what's your name, please? Just so I can connect with you. And your dog's name is Max, so thank you for putting that in the chat. Lynn, okay. So I'll put that up there. So let's let's try to connect with your beautiful dog, Max. Now, what I'm getting through straight away is not that he is ignoring you. I don't think that's the case. And look at what the time is when your comment came through, 11:11 a.m. You're saying that he's behaving like he doesn't love you anymore. But I don't think that's the case. I think he's actually having an issue with his hearing, a physical issue rather than an emotional issue that you are perceiving, that he doesn't love you anymore. Just gently feel around his ears. See if there's any tenderness there, because there could be some type of buildup of earwax, or there could be some sort of infection, an infection perhaps that is brewing that isn't exhibiting as discharge from the ear. There could be something that's starting to happen in one or both of the ears. And that's often why any sort of animal will stop reacting to your voice, because their hearing is compromised for whatever reason. So just very gently move your hand around his ears and see if you get a reaction at all, like a reaction to pain or tenderness. But while I've been saying that, again, I've been shuffling the cards, and we'll see if beautiful Max gives us a message that may make things a bit clear. Yeah. Absolutely. They don't just ignore you for no reason. So potentially there could be some issue with his hearing, or just some sort of reason that he's not hearing you properly. But we'll see if the cards give us a message. See if Max is actually connecting with us. So I've been shuffling while I've been speaking. What have we got? Compromise. Now that's interesting. The card is for a dog. So it's a dog is coming through. So by compromising, you show your animal that you value their opinion. So I'm thinking maybe, don't immediately think that he doesn't love you, because he has reached out to you. Here's his paw. He's reached out through the cards today. And the compromise is change your thinking. Don't immediately jump in and say that he's not loving you. There is a reason that he's not reacting to your voice. And thank you. I'll just show everyone what you've said here, that you hadn't thought of that, and it could be an issue. And thank you so much for saying that you will check with an expert. Get a vet or someone who knows about this sort of thing in animals to check with him, and just see what the issue may be. So let us know, please. Check in a future show if that actually is the problem. But certainly don't think that he's stopped loving you. There is a reason, and it's not that he's stopped loving you. So thank you for checking in today, and hopefully you'll come back on a future show and let us know the result. Oh, here we go. Tried to do that and he's not allowing me to touch. There you go. So get that checked out. And we know ourselves, if we get that wax buildup or perhaps a sore ear ourselves, the hearing is compromised due to that. So, and it's not that we have any emotional issue with people speaking to us. It's just that physically we can't hear properly. So please let us know how you get on, and fingers crossed that everything will be fine for the beautiful Max. And we can check in with him again next time when you come back. So beautiful. That was such a lovely question to ask and a lovely reading. So let's go back. As I speak, more and more people are coming in, and that's just wonderful. And what's one there? Our other wonderful psychic, Lisa. Thank you for checking in today, Lisa. And if you perhaps could put in the chat here, people are asking when your shows are on and our other psychics when the live's on. So if you could put that in the chat, that we can share that with the people who want human readings, that would be wonderful. So who else have we got back here? So I know that Zorro Nemo has been on before. Can you please remind you of your name? Because I can't quite remember. But yes, you wanted the animal energy, didn't you? Because we got the dragonfly and then we got the cow, or the large animal. So that definitely we'll see who comes through, as we did last time, from the Spirit of Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. So let's see. I know you really wanted to reach out to, or to have the tiger reach out to you as your animal, but we'll see. And these cards, they are different to shuffle every time I use them. Sometimes they just throw themselves down, and sometimes they're a bit steadier. As long as I don't shuffle too fast, I think they're going to be okay today. And I'll just put the other deck up here out of the way. So we've shuffled these. So we are cutting the card to find out which animal energy is guiding or protecting you right now. So who have we got? Now, it's a funny one, but the message is really great. So we have skunk spirit, but the message from skunk spirit is know your worth. So just take that on board. Are you doubting yourself? Do you think that you're not enough for people or a particular person? So even though it's a funny card to draw, there is a very serious message there for you. Know your worth. And just consider that. Why would that card have come forward today? And it's specific to that animal for this message for you. So let me just go down. Oh, that's all right. Did you get that that card? Did you that it was skunk spirit? But the message is the important part. Know your worth. So check and just go back through what you've been dealing with recently. Do you feel that you're not worthwhile in general? Like you're doubting yourself, you're doubting your life path perhaps? Or do you feel that you're not worthy of a person that's in your life, an animal that's in your life, if that's what you're asking? So that's the message from Spirit through the animal cards. And just check whether you have been doubting yourself. And if you have, then just think through why. Is it a person? Is it your life in general? And see why you've been doubting yourself, your worthiness, and see if you can improve that. See if there is a way that you can connect with a person, connect with areas of your life at the moment that perhaps you're doubting yourself in. and just see if that makes sense for you. And please come back for another reading next time I'm on, and we'll see if anything has changed. But yes, it's very interesting, the cards that you're getting through Colette's Oracle deck about the animal spirit. So thank you for that. Who else? Oh, hi, Lucy. Yeah. Okay. So let me just check back to where you asked that question, because a few things have come in. Okay. Well, we'll just, Lisa, definitely we'll have a connecting chat with Harry. And Lisa says that he seems slightly quieter than usual, a bit depressed, actually. Well, you will know what's going on in your life, in your circumstances at the moment. So we're asking Harry to reach out through you, through these beautiful messages from my animal cards that were created by my friend Dagmar. And that's, yeah, no worries. That's, so we're talking back to Zorro Nemo, who has thanked me for that message. Well, thank the cards, thank Spirit. If that makes sense to you, then that's wonderful. That's why they've asked you to come here today, and for you to connect with them through the animal spirit cards. So, Harry, what are you doing today? Can you please give this message to Lisa so that it answers her question today, why you've been quieter and maybe a little bit depressed? So what have we got? Oh, love this one. This card is through another's eyes. Look at the situation from the outside for a better understanding. So you are seeing the situation as Harry being quieter and a bit depressed. But maybe that's not why, where you should be looking. Look through another's eyes. Is there someone else in your family group? Are there other animals there? And perhaps it's not Harry's quietness and depression. Perhaps he's taking on something from another animal, perhaps trying to get the message to you that this animal has struggled to give you. So he's taken on the job of being the messenger. Or is there a family member, a human, who Harry is perhaps mirroring these emotions? So that's for you, Lisa, to try and work out, because it's not Harry himself by what this card is saying. It's actually that he is being the messenger. He is channeling something, the emotions and feelings, either from another animal in your family or a human member of your family. So have a think about that. And I hope that makes sense, but it's very clear that's what Harry is trying to tell you. Don't look at him, look at someone or another animal in your family. I'll call it family group, absolutely, with the animals, and see what's happening there. So I hope that makes sense, Lisa. Thank you so much for dropping in today, and thank you. And let's see what else we have here. Let me go back through the list. There are so many replies from the lovely people who we've spoken to today, and thank you. Blessings to all of you who have replied. Okay. Rihanna has a question. Okay, your mum is, I saw a message earlier saying that you were waiting for her. and now she is here. So a message from her past dog, Patch, or her dog, Rhodey. So let's ask Patch first. See if Patch, the dog, will come through spirit, and if there are any messages from the beautiful Patch. So we're reaching out to Patch and asking them to give a message to Rihanna's mum through the cards. I'm just being guided to shuffle once again. I'm getting that Patch was very close to your mum. I know that's a very general thing to say, but it's almost like they were meant to be together. When Patch came into your mum's life, oh, geez, sorry, I just got real goosebumps. That Patch came into her life to help her with something. If you could, if you could confirm that, please, Rihanna, because I am getting real goosebumps that Spirit chose Patch to come into your mum's life because Patch was what she needed at that time. And whether it was support or to prove to her that there was love in her life. So Jody, is Jody your mum, Rihanna? Can you just confirm that? So I'll just share Jody's message. So just confirming that, yes, that was why Patch came into your life. It was very special, and it was definitely a message from Spirit to help you. And I'm sure you understand that. So just finish shuffling these once more so that Patch can perhaps give you a direct message. Jody, thank you for joining today as well. Innate being, that's interesting. So we have an image of the wolf, which I'll show you. So think back to when Patch was in your life, and the card is innate being, which means that, yes, he came into your life as a being to connect with you and to help you. And the message is reflecting on your animal's roots will help you understand their behavior. So when the beautiful Patch was in your life, think back to his behavior. Was he quite intuitive? Did he know when to come to you if you were feeling down? When you just needed to feel that love in your life? Perhaps when you were dwelling on something from the past, because this is why he came into your life, to connect with you and help you. So think back to his behavior. Was he the one who came to you when you were feeling down? When there was something sad in your life, when you needed that support to get you through a difficult time? Is that why he has chosen this card today, for you to reflect on his behavior when he was in your life? And you can look back and really, as you said, that yes, that was why he came into your life, that he was there for a reason. But just think a bit deeper. Yeah, here we go. This is just amazing. I love these animals. The ones who have passed and then reach out through spirit. It's just amazing. So Jody's given us that message that, yes, he did always give comfort through difficult times. That's why he was chosen to come into your life. So I hope this also gives you comfort, knowing he is there and knowing that he is able to reach out to you. And as I've said on previous shows, you can reach out to your animals, past and present. Just sit quietly, say their name, reach out to them, as I do. Even if you want to go and get some animal oracle cards so that they can give specific messages to you, and you can reach out to them between my shows when I can help you as well. It's an amazing thing for you to be able to do. He would love you to reach out. I'm getting that very strongly. He's got so much to say to you, and he'd like to share his experiences with you now he is in spirit, because he's saying that they will really lift you. They will help you, make you happy, and know that you can connect with Patch, and he can give you additional messages if you just want to reach out to him or get a set of these animal oracle cards, because you will be able to really reach out to him very closely. So that's the message from Patch. Now, Rhodey. Is Rhodey past or still here with us? And we can draw a card as well. And I'll just share your most recent comment with everyone. Yes, absolutely. Definitely he is around you, and he would like you to reach out and connect on a one-to-one basis. But if you can tell me about Rhodey the bird has passed as well. Okay. And as I said, the animals who have passed love to reach out through the cards, because they choose the specific message on the cards. They know what's here, and they love to reach out to their loving owners. Even though the animals have passed, they're still there around wanting to help, because that's so often why these animals come into our lives, to support us, to guide us. They have spirit there telling them what they should be doing to help us. And that's the huge part of why they are in our lives. So if you, okay. Jodie's saying that Rhodey and Patch passed in the same year. Well, it will be interesting to see if this message makes sense from both animals. But this is specifically for Rhodey, but with the backing of Patch. And here we go. We have believe in yourself. So Rhodey is reaching out to you to make sure that you are feeling your best as well. The message is listen to yourself and stay true to the intentions you have. So that is a wonderful card from Rhodey, because as I say, these animals are around us. And Rhodey is thinking at the moment, perhaps you have been doubting yourself. But the message is believe in yourself, because you have the support not only of these beautiful animals, but those people around you. Reach out to friends and family if you're struggling a bit. We have your lovely daughter Rihanna here, who has come and joined us today. If you have any doubts about yourself, ask her. I'm sure she will let you know that you are loved. You're a very important person in people's lives. So stop doubting yourself. Rhodey tells you that today by sending you the message on this card. And thank you so much for joining us today, Jodie and Rihanna. It's my pleasure to be able to help you in any way I can by connecting with your animals. So while we've been speaking there, let me see if anyone else has come through. My blessings to you, Jodie. Thank you for coming here today. Oh, sometimes the messages from the animals come through so much that I do miss the questions from the humans in the chat. So just make sure I haven't missed anyone. Okay. See. So I think I have answered everyone's questions. For those who weren't on earlier, I did draw a card for all the animals at the start of the show. So have a look on the replay for that. But because I haven't got any new questions coming in, let's also draw a card for the animals for this coming week, from the spirit animals, and reaching out to all the animal owners and carers, but direct from spirit. and the spirit animals. So let's just check that. While I'm doing that, if anyone wants to connect with me one-on-one so that we can talk even longer and talk face-to-face, which would be wonderful, you can connect with me directly on the Global Psychics Association website. I am there to connect with if you just go to my own profile. My PIN is 4066, and the number for to connect direct is 1-800 free call 1-800 577 499. Oh yes, just while I'm doing this, Anna Iva. I'm not sure. It used to be the general life questions on a Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. I'm not sure. I did see that you had asked that question about the schedule for life questions. So that's what it used to be. I'm not sure if that has changed. I'll ask Tech. Here we go. I'll just share this with everyone. So yes, they'll be live next Wednesday at 8 p.m. So that's 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So I hope that's the question you wanted answered, and Ivor. And we have wonderful psychics and mediums. They do all sorts of life readings there. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. So I'll be tuning in to watch as well. So I'll see what questions you have to ask as well. So as I said, in the meantime, I've been shuffling these as spirit animal cards. Let's draw one for us all, humans and animals, for the coming week. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, bat spirit. So we've had skunk spirit and bat spirit this week. But the message from bat spirit is a rebirth is assured. Now, at least two people here today have seemed to be doubting themselves. I'm sure there are other people who are watching this who haven't asked questions, but who also may be doubting themselves. Message from bat spirit in the coming week. A rebirth is assured. So look to yourself. Why are you feeling that you're lacking, that perhaps you're not the person you feel you should be, that you're not worthy of your animals or perhaps the people around you? Well, take this as the message from Spirit that in this coming week, it's time to reassess who you are. Stop doubting yourself. Get support from the people who you know will support you, and even your animals. Ask your animals questions. Reach out to them. And as I say, if anyone is really keen, if not this animal deck, just go online and search animal decks. But these ones are amazing. If you search for messages from your animals by Dagmar Klingenboek, these are just wonderful to connect with your animals, because every message is from an animal. So do that, but also take on board Bat Spirit's message to you to reassess yourself and find that rebirth for yourself in this coming week. So let's see, we've got 10 minutes of live left. If anyone does want to ask another question before we finish up, we do have time. If anyone would like to connect with a spirit animal through this deck, I can give you a reading as well, as our friend before who does like to come in, and I'm sure we will eventually find the tiger spirit for you. But if anyone else would like to draw on this deck from Colette Baron Reid, because even though this is, it's called Spirit Animals Oracle, it gives messages to you humans. and directly from spirit, but through the animals at the same time. So I'll just shuffle slowly, see if anyone would like me to draw a card from this deck for them. If not, we'll finish shortly, but we'll be back next week for more animal questions and answers and connecting with the beautiful animals who are currently living and those who have passed. So I will, Liam, I will draw one for you. So I have been shuffling. Let's cut the deck and see what the animal spirits are saying for you. This is one for the Aussies. The wombat spirit. Wombats are amazing animals. And the message is be at home. So maybe that is meaning that you will find your own spirit animal reptile this week. So be at home. Maybe this is the time that you bring home that perfect pet for you and be at home with that animal in this coming week. So please come back and let us know if that's the case. But otherwise, as the other cards are saying, be at home with yourself. Be happy with yourself as you are. So wonderful news for you, Liam. Thank you so much for asking. And I think we will finish up now. It's very close to coming on for the 1 hour, but please come back next week and with your questions, please. And anyone who does want the different type of reading, the reading for humans, whether it's your love life, partnerships, your career, whether you need to change jobs, how life will be for you, any of those questions, be here on the lives next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, and ask our beautiful psychics and mediums, whoever will be on next week at that time. They are all experts. They do their readings in different ways, and they will be able to connect you with spirit and answer those questions about life. For everyone else, please come back and join me next week here for my live Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. And my blessings to you for the next week, to you and your beautiful animals. And thank you for joining me. Bye for now.